Hello and welcome back to IM Movies. The stories start with an auto thief, Leo, who is returning home after completing his time in jail. His mother has gathered all their family members to welcome him home. Leo's friend Willie is seen talking to a dancer, Belva, and telling her that Leo is a good-looking man and that she would like him a lot. Willie's girlfriend and Leo's second cousin, Erica, is seen helping his mother, and as Leo arrives home, his mother hugs him tightly. After that, Officer Jack asks Leo to talk privately, and the duo gets to his bedroom, where Jack informs him that he is keeping an eye on his movements and bank details, but Leo assures him he won't do anything now. When asked about his job, Leo claims that he has an interview with his aunt's husband, Frank. Leo meets Erica and seems interested in her, and when the duo is chatting about the letters Leo sent her, the light goes off, and Leo's aunt, Kitty, sends Erica back to see if anyone needs anything. After Erica leaves, Leo thanks her aunt for arranging his interview with her husband. She replies that she can do anything for Leo's mother since they are sister. She adds that his mom is weaker each day because of the heart problem. After that, Leo gets tired, and Willie meets him to thank him for not revealing their names to the cops, revealing they were with him. After that, Leo's mother gets emotional, and after thanking everyone for their presence, she tells them to hope for good times now. The next day, Leo arrives at Frank's office, and after waiting for him for a while, Frank arrives there and talks to him. Frank appreciates his mother for being strong and supportive during Leo's time in jail. Frank also mentions that he and her wife wanted to help Leo's mother, but Leo's mother doesn't want them to do it. Frank then explains to Leo that he manages a subway train system and tells him about the 2-year course he will have to take before joining as a machinist in their company. Leo is confused as he needs to work immediately and have money to help her mom, but Frank tells him he can pay him $500 a week and help him until he graduates. Leo then tells Frank that his friend Willie is also offering him a job, but Frank tells him he does not want him there and gives him time to think about his offer. While Leo leaves Frank's office, he saw Willie counting cash in his office and giving it to someone. Later that night, Willie and Erica bring Leo to a bar, where Leo informs Willie of what Frank said to him and proclaims that he wants to work with him. Willie asks him not to worry, as he will talk to Frank about this and ensure they work together as best friends. Following that, Belva tries to attract Leo towards her, but he keeps looking at Erica while she dances with Willie. The next day, Willie leads Leo to Borough Hall, where Willie explains to him about their rivals in the train business. He claims their foremost rivals are Weltec Corporation, run by Sequeira and Hector Gallardo. At the same time, we see Paul, who works directly under Frank, and Al Granada is the head supervisor who calls all the shots in the government subway system. Willie's job is to keep him happy no matter what. When Al Granada distributes the projects, Hector argues that Frank's workers are trying to keep them out of business, but Paul claims they owe them an apology for their false acquisitions. Al Granada also ignores Hector and supports Paul, and after the meeting ends, Hector talks to Willie and offers to join them, but Willie tells him he is only wasting his time. Later, Willie meets Al Granada at a secluded place and introduces Leo to him, but he does not seem in the mood to make new friends. Al Granada and Willie undresses to make sure both of them has no wires, and he makes a deal with him. Leo feels strange, and as Willie returns, he talks about it, but Willie tells him that's how Al Granada works, and Willie gives Leo a cash as a little pocket change. Before they leave, Willie mentioned that he will take Leo to the yards and tunnel for him to understand how we do business. At night, Leo gifts a dress to his mother before they leave to attend the dinner at Frank's house. After a while, they arrive at Frank's house when he asks Leo about his decision, and Leo insists on joining Willie on his job. Willie also favors him, and Frank has to agree when Leo's mother claims that she likes Leo and Willie working together. After they are done with dinner, Willie surprises Erica with a ring, and as they kiss each other, Leo watches them sorrowfully. Later, Willie informs Leo that he is taking him to the yard, and their job is to ruin Weltec trains so that they will be humiliated and Frank's sales will increase. He introduces him to his friends, after which they reach the yard. Willie's men take their positions while he talks to the yard manager, Elliot. He offers money to let them do their job, but Elliot rejects his offer and turns on the alarm. As the officer arrives, Willie's friends escape while Leo gets trapped. At the same time, Willie tries to threaten Elliot with his knife and stabs him as he tries to reach his gun. Meanwhile, the officer beats Leo, thinking he is a troublemaker, but Leo knocks him out and returns home scared. The following day, he watches the news with Elliot's dead body and the officer in a coma. Later that night, Willie comes to get Leo when his mother asks him to come inside, revealing that Erica is also inside. Erica then breaks the news of her marriage to her mother, who seems surprised and does not like it. After that, Willie and Leo leaves. But as soon as they go down, Willie reveals that he got a call from Welltech offering him protection if he comes forward and talks to their lawyer. Leo gets mad, and Willie assures him that he will not do it. They went down and meet Willie's men, and Willie then informs Leo that Officer Rifkin has become a headache for them, and they will be dead once that officer gets out of his coma. So, Willie makes arrangements for Leo to kill him. His men passes a gun to Leo for the task. They arrive at the hospital, and once Leo enters the room, he has a chance to kill Rifkin. But an officer and doctor approach Rifkin for a checkup. Leo then gets scared and runs away from Willie's men. The next day, Leo's mother is afraid and calls Kitty because Leo didn't go home and tells her she knows Leo has a violation. Kitty then tells her sister not to get herself killed because of Leo. Following that, Willie and his team, led by Frank, look at their new project site when Paul informs Frank that Officer Rifkin has recovered and has indicated Leo as his assailant. They call Willie into the office and get mad at him for keeping the secret, thinking he would deal with the problem alone. Paul warns them that it can cause them to be kicked out of business by the borough president. After that, Willie and Frank reach their house, and Willie apologizes for his mistake. Frank ignores him and meets his wife and Erica, who happens to be his stepdaughter. Frank's wife informs him about her decision with Willie, but she asks her stepfather to get out of her room, which saddens Frank, and he leaves, asking her to be ready for the consequences of her decision. Following that, Frank and his family attend a party where he is embarrassed when he tries to talk to Senator Arthur. Frank is mad at his insult and talks to his friend Seymour about how he has helped Arthur during his campaigns. Then he asks him to help his nephew and says he is ready to pay Rifkin, asking him to make it look like he does not remember anything as he was hit on the head. In the following scene, the police visit Leo's house and treat his mother harshly, due to which she gets sick. Leo also hears the news declaring him Rifkin's assailant and Elliot's murderer. Leo is thrilled to hear this and talks to Willie about it, who tells him he cannot do much for him now, but asks him to stay low and contact him after 2 weeks. Leo has questions about his mother and feels something is wrong. At night, when Erica arrives to see her aunt, Leo meets her and asks her to keep the back door open, as he wants to see his mother. Erica lets him in, after which Leo apologizes to his mother for not being the son she deserved and claims that he has made many mistakes, but has not killed anyone. Leo's mother gets sad hearing this, and Erica also hears their conversation. When Leo is leaving, Erica asks about the murderer and gets sad after realizing that Willie is Elliot's killer. She starts crying while hugging him, and the next morning, Detective Tomasino and Boulette meet Frank at his office. After confirming that Leo is not his employee, the detectives leave, asking him to report them whenever he spots Leo. Frank meets Seymour, who tells him things are out of their hands now, and Rifkin is unwilling to get anything. When Frank asks him to find a way to save Leo, Seymour asks him to focus on his reputation at Borough Hall, as the president wants them to avoid ending up miserably. In the evening, Erica and her mother are at Leo's house, and Willie comes to see Erica. Erica's mother spots Leo upstairs but walks away, while Willie begs Erica to talk to her about what has happened to her, but she closes the door on him. After a while, Erica's mother returns home and informs Frank about seeing Leo upstairs. She seems worried, so Frank calls Willie and tells him that her wife doesn't like to see Erica and Leo together. Willie is confused, and Frank reveals that Erica's mother caught Leo and Erica having sex when they were 15 years old. As Leo comes to see his mother, Willie arrives and finds him with Erica. Willie loses his mind and attacks Leo when he proclaims he is here to see his mother. Willie hits Erica too, but Leo defends her and fights Willie. Leo gains the upper hand on him, but Erica calms them. The scene cuts to Frank when Erica approaches him in an injured condition and apologizes for her behavior. She tells him she was very close to her father, so she could not accept him as his new father. Still, she assures him she has changed and begs him to see Leo once for her sake. Frank agrees with him, but gets his gun for safety before leaving. Frank meets Leo and tells him that he wants to help him, but there is no way to save him now while he has to take care of what he has built for his family. Leo looks at his gun and rushes away. He gets his gun ready at home and is leaving when his mother stops him and asks him to take care of himself. Leo says sorry to her, as many people know his presence here and are all against him. His mother makes him sit down and tells him she always wanted him to go to his job wearing a suit, as normal people do. But Leo hopes to fulfill her desires one day. He is sleeping in the hall when he finds someone trying to break inside his house, and upon checking, he finds Willie outside in his car. He understands something is wrong, so he shifts his mother to his neighbor's house and waits for the assailant at his house. As the man reaches the door, Leo shoots him in the ear and asks him to leave with a warning for Willie and his men. After that, a news reporter talks about a conspiracy involving commuter train authorities and how it may lead to many big names, including officials from the train department and some politicians. We then see Leo meeting up with Welltech's guy Hector, telling us that he made a deal with him. In the meantime, Paul meets Willie at a restaurant and learns that Leo is still alive, indicating that Frank also wants Leo dead. Willie assures him that he will take care of him, but Paul informs him that he wants his house keys back. Willie realizes he is done, so he reaches Hector, but Hector informs him that he is late now. The next day, Frank and Paul are seen at an open hearing for the conspiracy led by Frank's friends, Sal and Majdanek. Paul asks him not to worry about Leo, as Willie is behind him. And as they get ready for the hearing, Sequiera and Hector bring Leo there, claiming that he is willing to turn himself in after the hearing. Frank is shocked and asks Paul to arrange a meeting for him with his friends. When Frank's friends come to see him, he informs them about his problem, but they deny helping him. He makes them recall all the checks he has and convinces them. On the other hand, Willie reaches Frank's house and finds it empty. When Frank's friends are sorting out how to get rid of Leo, Sequiera brings Leo there and informs Frank that he cannot play with human lives, as Leo has been falsely accused. Frank changes sides and agrees to help Leo while Erica returns home, and she secretly turns on the alarm after finding Willie there. Willie informs her that Leo happens to be wise, and everyone has left him alone. So he begs her to stay by his side and tries to seduce her, but Erica does not like it. Meanwhile, Majdanek calls his friend Sal and informs him that Rifkin has snapped and has mistakenly put Leo's name. They claim to get Leo clean, and when asked by Sequiera, he demands 20% shares in all the projects instead of 10%. Frank also agrees with this, and they sort out their issues. On the other hand, Willie loses his mind when Erica resists and accidentally pushes him from the second floor. Willie is thrilled to see Erica dead, and as he returns to his car, 2 police officers arrive and arrest him. Following that, Leo's innocence is announced live on television, and when Majdanek announces further details, the police arrive and report Erica's death to her family. Erica's mother loses her senses, and Frank is also shocked. In the next scene, Erica's whole family is seen mourning when her brother leaves the table after Frank joins them. Leo leaves to call him back when Frank stops him and offers security and money to keep their secret. He ignores Frank and approaches Erica's brother to persuade him to return, as his mother needs him. Following that, Leo conducts a press conference in which he confesses his mistakes and claims to be a productive member of society. After that, he reveals the reality of Frank and his friends. The conspiracy against them was right, and they made deals with each other to avoid any investigation. Leo is seen riding a train with a heavy heart, but he knows that the death of Erica is not going in vain. He also fulfills her mother's desire that he can now work in suit like a normal people do. And the movie ends here. Thank you for supporting my small channel. If you like this video, share and like to help this channel out. Thanks for watching and see you at the next one.